What's up, guys, students? Another day, another devotional. It is Wednesday, May the 27th. Thank you so much for joining me. Hey, today I'm coming to you from an elevator, so if I need a little bit of help, I'm just going to ring this button right here. But as we're in the church and we're thinking about everything coming back and becoming normal, I can't help but be excited about what God has in store. I can't help but think about the worship service that we had outdoor this past week and how great it was just to worship together as a body. Man, I'm just thinking about Collide coming up and how it's going to be an incredible time together. And so here's what we need from you. This week, we're not having service tonight. Virtual Verge is no more. We are going to be moving into next week into our live Collide. And so we need to know who's going to be here because that determines different things about service elements and things like that. And so we're sending out an email. You'll get a link to where you can go. You can register for the service and just say, hey, I plan on being there. That's all we need, your name and if you're coming. Let us know so that we can be sure to protect everybody and we can have everything in order for the service. It's going to be a great time, but we need to know how we can protect you guys best. So be sure to do that. Also, in our New Testament reading plan today, we are looking at Acts chapter 14. And Acts chapter 14 is showing us Paul and Barnabas continuing to do ministry. And as they're doing this ministry and it's taking place, they're being faithful and obedient to what God has called them to do. And as we look at this, we see some incredible things going on. But what we also see is Paul and Barnabas being faithful to who God has called them to be. It's important for us in our life and in our walk with Jesus Christ to be faithful and obedient, even to the point of persecution. And that sounds like a difficult thing, but think about this. God has called you to be who you are, and He created you to be that way. And He wants you to be faithful to who you are in Him. And so students, I challenge you that when you face times of trials or hardships or things like that, you be faithful to who God has created you to be. And you understand that God is using this to teach you some incredible things. We see Paul going to the point of being stoned. And as you're reading Acts chapter 14, you're like, is this it? Is this the end of Paul? And what we see is as he's dragged out of town and the disciples gather around, he's still alive. And he gets back up and he just continues to do the mission of God. He continues to go out and be faithful. What an incredible testimony that we see by a man named Paul. He goes into a town and these people try to kill him. And that's not enough to stop him. He says, I'm going to be faithful to the mission. And he goes and he continues to proclaim the good news of Jesus Christ. Students, when you face persecution and hardships, I want to encourage you to be faithful to who God has called you to be, but also never let other people stop what God is trying to do in and through you. Hey, we're excited about this week, but next week it's going to be incredible. We cannot wait to be live with you guys for Verge. Don't forget to respond to that email. Go to the link. Tell us if you're coming or not. We can't wait to see you. Hope you have a great week.